under your belt now. When you're out there yesterday, seeing these young guys, now since you're a veteran, do you see a lot of yourself in those guys yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, they're learning plays. I think, they'll get more comfortable as the time goes along, but right now they're just learning. And I think everybody's learning. We have a couple of new things that we're doing, so I think everybody's in a way a rookie out it. So we're all getting used to it, and it should be fun.
But getting used to Coach Jackson, he seems like he brings a lot of enthusiasm out there.
Yeah, he was in the running back room last year, so we kind of know. What's expected out of us, and now the fact that he's OC now, he can kind of permeate that to the whole team, and I think it'll definitely help. And we'll be an offense to be recognized. I'm excited.
What does it take to get into the routine of training camp? It's just a couple of days now, but how long does it take for you guys to kind of get that down?
I mean, guys prepare really well. Even once we kind of take off to get during OTAs after that. I feel like everybody's prepared. I don't think there's really much of a routine. I think we just go out there and play and compete. I think that's the best thing about football is the competition and having fun. So.
Is it hard to get guys excited for practice?
Nah. Guys are always wanting to run around and compete against each other, see who can trash talk that for that day. So there's always some type of trash talking going on, some type of competition. So there's really nothing that we need to do to hype ourselves up. It kind of just comes.
Does the crowd help a little bit though when you go out there and you finally see some?
Yeah, it's always fun. I think compared to last year, I remember once we got done with training camp and they kind of closed it down and it was just us practicing. I was like, oh, that's not fun anymore. But it is fun to have all the fans out there. It's just like a game. It's like a home game to us, and it's fun to have.
You talked about guys out there competing and talking to each other. Do you feel different about the way you fit in now? I'm sure last year was kind of mouth shut, eyes open, kind of learning. Do you feel different after having a year here?
No, I've always been a quiet kind of guy on the field. I kind of always just let my play do the talking. Some guys just like to talk more than others. I'm more of a quiet guy. But if I need to talk, I'll talk.
At the same time, do you feel like you're more comfortable in this setting? You know what kind of expect?
Yeah, I definitely feel a little bit more comfortable. Just knowing, the little basic stuff of, where to go, what to do. I'm not thinking as much, so it's obviously a little bit easier. You're more comfortable with the players as well. So there's definitely that comfortability, part into it that I kind of like. So,
How do you react when you hear Hugh Jackson say he wants to run the ball more? Is that something you like hearing?
Yeah, as a running back, you always like to hear that, and the fact that I'm able to do a lot more different things. So I think for us, it's just spreading the ball out. I think that's one of Coach Jackson's biggest things is to spread the ball out and get everybody touches. So.
Can you take on more this year? You had 225 touches last year. You think you could take on more and still keep your explosiveness about you?
Of course. I think for me, whenever I have the ball, I always feel explosive. I'm not gonna say I don't get tired, but there's always that thing of when you have the ball, you just go full speed. So the more opportunities, the more things you can do with the ball. They've worked me in a lot of different spots on the field. So I'm excited for the season.
You talked yesterday also about still wanting to prove yourself. Where did that come from? The fact that you had such a good season last year, is that kind of the way you're built?
Yeah.
Even this point of your career, still trying to prove things?
For sure. This is only my second year, so a lot of people talk about that sophomore slump. But for me, I've always just been the type of person to kind of consider myself an underdog. No matter if I'm last on the depth chart or first on the depth chart, I've always had something to prove to myself. So I'm excited for the season. There's not really much to it, just having fun.
Stuff. Thanks, Gio.
Holy cow! I got it.